Welcome to Peter and Ruffy's Football Show. Our look back at the weekend results in the Premiership. Some tasty games. Of course, the early one was the Friday night game, St Johnston against Rangers. Rangers coming out on top. He's received a fair bit of criticism, Ruffy, but in the end, Pedro Caixinha now getting the results, which is easing the pressure on him. Yeah,
it certainly is, and an away result against St Johnston is a good one. I honestly thought that game was in the balance at 1-0. But the sending off of Anderson sort of turned it Rangers' way, but all credit to them. There's not many teams will go up there and win 3-0, and you're right, you know, the Pena, the boy that we've been criticising for a wee while there, come up with 2 goals, and he looks a wee bit more mobile now. And maybe we should have believed that Caixinha, that he is a quality player.
Yep, well, the proof will be in the pudding against the better opposition over a sustained period. As far as Graham Dorrans is concerned, I'm well impressed with him. Is he worthy of, the next Scotland manager maybe looking at him again? I mean, we've got a plethora of midfielders.
Yeah, but we have to wait and see whether Scott Brown's going to carry on, whether Fletcher's going to carry on, so he's got bags of experience, obviously not been tried extensively with Scotland, so yeah, I think we've got a friendly coming up at Aberdeen against Holland, and he may be the kind of guy we might get a surprise that he can do at international level.
Yeah, big week for Rangers, the Betfred League Cup semi-final against Motherwell. They're in fine fettle, and Jason Holt has mentioned the fact that he believes Rangers are a far better side than the one Motherwell faced at the start of the season.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I think the players that Rangers have brought in have settled in. We've already spoke about Pena. Morales isn't scoring as freely as what he was, but certainly Alves coming into the side gives them a bit of strength in there. But it's good that both teams are getting into this game on the back of good form, so I think anybody going to that game will see a good one.
OK, game of the day on Saturday was undoubtedly at Easter Road. It was Hibs against Aberdeen. If Hibs could win it, they would have the bragging rights and, of course, really putting down a marker to everyone that they mean business. But I think I was looking at Aberdeen and wondering if Adam Rooney's comments that they haven't quite hit top form were going to come back to bite them on the back end. But, they got a good goal from Gary Mackay-Steven, and they were able to see the game out.
Yeah, they certainly were. And we said before it, whichever team won this one, would be able to shout from the heavens of how well they were playing, where they were going to be, sending a marker down, whatever you want to call it. I thought this game was pretty even as well. I thought Hibs had chances, just couldn't hit the target. But at the end of the day, Aberdeen got the goal, and they did, as you said there, what they haven't been able to do in numerous seasons when they've been challenging Celtic. They haven't been able to see out games. And if you look at the last 5 minutes, when I think it was Swanson cut in and had a shot, there was about 5 Aberdeen players in there doing a Willie Miller challenge, blocking the ball, and that just shows you how determined they are to keep this run going.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Aberdeen. Of course, the only thing separating Celtic and Aberdeen is the goal difference in the champions' favour, but nevertheless, also delighted for Gary Mackay-Steven. He's put the front page headlines behind him and starting to make them on the back pages. If he can get a regular run of games, then hopefully he can do well for the Dons. And also up at Pittodrie, good news with Scott Wright signing an extension to 2021. Aberdeen and Derek McInnes starting to get some of the real talented young players on long-term deals.
Yeah, I think a lot of clubs need to do that now that we know the finances are short, so if you can get a couple of players, young players in, just get them on extended contracts, and then obviously if they mature you could maybe make money on them, and then you can keep the wheels in motion for more young players to come through, so it's a good plan.
Here's what Derek McInnes thought of Aberdeen's performance.
I think any time you get a winning performance at Easter Road, you've got to be pleased. You're going to have to do a lot of things well. I thought it was a very even game, truth be told. I thought it was fiercely contested between both boxes. I thought we managed to curtail Hibs' attacking threat quite well up to the final third. I thought Hibs were good and had moments in the game that asked the question, but I thought we managed to see that threat off. And the goal we scored is of a real quality, which obviously separated the team. And I think that the teams, and I think that's that moment of quality. We deservedly won the game. I thought the passage of play, the weight of the pass from Kenny, the timing of the run, and the calmness of the finish from Gary was excellent. And he was unlucky the opportunity just prior to that.
What about Aberdeen against Celtic?
I don't think Hibs are winning. enough games to go into this game with confidence. You've already touched on they're not scoring enough goals either. I think they'll go there. It's a semi-final. It's a massive game. They might be the team, but I don't think they will be. And I think Celtic will win this one 2-0.
Yep, we got there in the end. We know it's a semi-final. We know it's a massive game. But in the end, he eventually pumped for Celtic. As far as Celtic are concerned in the league, it was a 1-0 win. It extends their unbeaten run domestically. Dundee didn't come to Celtic Park to park the bus. They had a goal, and Scott Bain produced some really good saves. But in the end, one goal separated them, and it was Olivier Nietscham that provided that winner for Celtic.
Yeah, I think Dundee will be disappointed. I think they weathered the storm in the first half, as you've got to do on numerous occasions at Parkhead, and they would have thought maybe they would get away with something, but obviously with the chances that Celtic create, you know, and it was a wonderful strike. I think the ball moved a wee bit, in fairness to the goalkeeper. It was a lovely strike, but after that, you know, I can see where Neil McCann's coming from. He was pleased with his players. They created 2 or 3 very, very good chances, and any other given day they would have snatched one of them and maybe went away for Parkhead with a point.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers happy with his team's resilience.
Yeah, I thought there was 2 parts of the game that I thought, in terms of performance, we weren't as fluent as what I would like us to have been. You know, our possession of the ball wasn't up to what the level that we would like. But naturally, when players are away and you come together as a group for the first time yesterday, you know, then sometimes you can lack that wee bit of cohesion, really. So I thought in parts of the game we were creative, you know, first and second half, and looked dynamic at times and always looked a threat, but in other times we were too loose with our passing. So in terms of performance-wise, it was okay. But what we have is an incredible mentality. You know, I said to the players before the game, get into a run of fixtures now, and champions do that little bit extra. You know, you have to step up. Lot of games, lot of concentration, and lots of changes for us today. So, and I thought, bearing all of that in mind, to get the result, keep a clean sheet, see the game out and get the 3 points, it was absolutely a brilliant result for us. And I was pleased with the result today.
Champions do have that little bit extra, as Celtic proved at the weekend. Should Dundee have had a penalty, Ruffy?
No, I don't think so. I think the ball was up in the air for the 2 players to go towards it. Both of them stuck their head in. I don't think the Celtic player deliberately tried to hurt the Dundee player, but no, not a penalty for me.
Okay, Neil McCann thought it was a penalty.
I think it's a penalty. I don't care if it's accidental. Big Jack's gone in, won the header, he's been cleaned out by Gamboa, and I don't see why it's not a penalty. Anywhere on the pitch, that's a free kick, and I hear it all the time, and it's what angers managers. Why not in the box? He's been cleaned out. Accidental or no, he's been cleaned out, and it should have been a penalty.
Yep, I think he's got a case there. I thought it was a penalty, but it didn't, in the end, change the outcome of the game. The referee waved away the claims and Celtic won it by 1-0. They're going to the Allianz Arena to face Bayern Munich on Wednesday. Are they going to win that game? I'm going to save you this long-winded. Celtic can go to Germany. It will be difficult, and they've got players that can do things. Ruffy, I think Celtic will be in for a long 90 minutes, and I think they could be on the end of a 2-3-0 gubbing.
No, I think if they can get Simonovic back with Boyata, if they can get Brown in, you know, Armstrong in, I think if Brendan organises them properly, yeah, I think they can come away with a 1 each.
Yeah, okay. Are you going for 1 each?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it on the chin on Thursday if that's the case, Ruffy. I'm not in any way being disparaging towards Brendan Rodgers and his ability to organise, or indeed the quality of the players at his disposal, but the balance of power and spending power at that and quality is there for all to see. So I'm taking Bayern Munich to win it. Okay, Lanarkshire Derby, Motherwell 4th in the table, going great guns. 2-1 win against Hamilton Accies, a semi-final of the League Cup to look forward to, a manager who's signed an extended deal and players who just keep stepping up to the plate. Peter Hartley got the winner.
Yeah, he certainly did. All credit to Hamilton again. They came out as they usually do, got a tremendous goal, but unfortunately for the hero, he turned villain later on by laying the ball off for the boy Rose to hit a sweet strike into the bottom corner. But again, once they scored, I thought Motherwell had the upper hand and they got the winner eventually. The centre half being in the right place at the right time, and I think they deserved winners in the end.
Yeah, well, what about Hearts up there at Dingwall? It's never an easy place to go, Ruffy, but I've gone on record as saying I think Hearts are going in the right direction under Craig Levein. I think they will respond to him. They managed to see it out with 10 men on the park, 2-1 against Ross County.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for the young boy. Excuse me, double yellow card. You know, I think the second challenge was not needed at all, but he'll learn from that. And I'm sure Craig Levein will have a word in his ear because it just put his team under pressure. But they've enough experience back there to see out the game, and Ross County didn't really create anything later on in the game.
I don't think Jamie Walker can be criticised for not stepping up to the plate despite all the transfer speculation. Scored a nice goal.
Yeah, scored a nice goal and had all the patience in the world to wait to give Congalvis that telling pass to get the winner. So he's a massive player for Hearts just now. He's in about everything that Hearts are doing well.
Okay, in the last game, it pains me to say this, I'm a big fan of Alan Archibald. I do hope they give him time, but he's under pressure now, Ruffy. 2-0 at home to Kilmarnock, and the fans, their loud groans are getting louder by the minute.
Yeah, I think he openly admitted that it was the worst performance of the season so far, and particularly against a team that's just above you in the league. But he's got a big game against Dundee this weekend, and I'm sure the players will have to respond to that one, because you're right, you know, sometimes spectators, fans have put pressure on boards before. I hope this board are very, very strong. I think they are. I know quite a lot of them quite well. They know what Alan Archibald has done for the club in the last 2 or 3 seasons, so I don't think it's the time just now to do anything drastic, because I'm sure he'll turn it round.
Okay, I hope you're right, Ruffy. I might as well let you have a look at the Premiership table, because quite simply, at the bottom end, I know you don't want to look at it, but there's Partick Thistle rooted there. Kilmarnock get a 3-point advantage. Ross County and Hamilton are not too far away, as are Dundee. And then at the top end, great credit to Aberdeen, neck and neck with Celtic. I mean, I don't know how long that's going to continue, but it is keeping us all interested.
Yeah, it certainly is, and any time Aberdeen's done that, you know, that it has made the league a lot more exciting. Let's hope they can keep it up until after Christmas and New Year, because it makes it exciting watching.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to Champions League on the show tomorrow and on Wednesday as well, and then we'll reflect on it on Thursday. Don't forget, you can join us on Peter and Ruffy's football show on STV2, and you can also catch the programme on repeat on our YouTube channel on plzsoccer.com. Don't forget also to download the app, plzsoccer.com. You can download the app and you get all the latest news, and you get some unique video content in there as well, and we throw in the odd competition. And of course, every now and then Ruffy gives you his opinion on who's going to win a game right at the start, rather than being unbelievably nice and cuddly so he doesn't offend anybody. Okay, until tomorrow, thanks to Alan Ruffin, from myself, Peter Martin. Thanks for watching.